Greetings, Demarcus. Today is
What's
another.
happening, Jared?
Just to let you know that today I may have to step out because I am
And do
drinking
what?
go poop. I'm just gonna be real
Mm,
with you because I'm drinking some ballerina tea right now.
mm. I was gonna ask questions, but I decided I didn't want to.
No, ask your questions.
I don't want to ask no questions. I just want to let you drink your ballerina tea and go poop when you have to.
Well, do you know what ballerina tea is?
I mean, I can assume from
The
what I know of
context.
you. I can assume from what I know of you in the context. Yes, from all the context I have, I can make an assumption. I'm okay with that.
Well, I am drinking some ballerina tea, but I think something's messed up on the inside of me because I drink so many ballerina tea and I take so many laxatives that I can't poop without the stuff.
Hmm.
So I think I messed myself up.
Yeah, I mean, with a lot of medicines, it can get like that. Like you put so much of it into your system, then your system doesn't make the thing
Yeah.
itself anymore. It doesn't make it as well. I don't know. I don't really do like my mom used to. I used to take laxatives when I was growing up, like when I was little. But
Mm.
yeah, no, I haven't taken a laxative in years,
Why were you
decades.
taking them when you were little, a little boy?
Mm. I think I just used to get like constipated or something. I don't know, like
Mm.
whatever you take laxatives for.
Oh. I'm just taking them out. I'm just taking them because you never know what might happen, and I just want to have a good, clean experience and
Mm.
um for both parties involved. But anyways, Demarcus, how
Hold
was your
on, hold
previous?
on, hold on. Hold on.
hmm
Both parties.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna just go skirt past that like you ain't said. Jared.
You said you didn't have any questions.
I mean, not about the ballerina T.
All right. Um,
Jared, when did we start dating?
I'm not dating anybody. This is just a precaution.
Mm,
If you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. So,
mm,
and it just
mm,
makes me feel better on the inside. So,
mm. I'm sure everything feels better on the inside.
mm. I'm sure too.
Jared, do we know this person? Have you referenced them on the pod before?
There isn't a person. There is not a person.
Oh,
Not,
boo, man. Let's move on in.
all right. So, how was your week?
Um, my week's been okay. All of my furniture is still inside my apartment, and I'm frustrated because they painting
Inside,
my
okay, inside
building.
which apartment?
What are you talking about? My new apartment. What are you talking about?
Okay, all your furniture is in your new apartment and you're frustrated at that?
No, 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 no. Okay, I'm gonna explain. If let me finish my thought. So they're
Okay.
painting my building, so I had to take all the stuff off of my balcony and put it inside the living room so that
hmm
they could paint. And they've been doing it all week, and it's getting on my nerves. And like I walked outside yesterday, and like the buildings, like my building is like 3 columns long, right? The first column and the third column, they got the tape off of their windows and stuff, and they can put their stuff back out there. But me being in the middle column still ain't ready yet for some reason. So I want to know what the fuck going on.
So you can't even really have an apartment because they're painting.
Yeah, I mean, so like all of my shit is in my living room. So my living room is like super uncomfortable. Cause it's
Dang.
like it's like two couches like right next to each other. I
So
got my
why
bike in there.
so why couldn't they paint before you moved in?
They're painting the outside of the building. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And
All right,
they
so
they
so
they've
your
been doing it.
outside furniture has to come in.
Yeah, that's what I said. All the furniture on my balcony.
I wasn't listening. I don't listen to you.
You raggedy
But I'm
bitch.
listening now. I'm listening now.
I ain't talking no more.
No, no, tell me. So
Um,
so when will they be done?
shit. If I know, I thought the shit was gonna take one day
Mm,
because they sent me the email like Monday night, Tuesday.
mm,
I think like Monday night or something like that.
hmm
And I was like, okay, cool. I'll take it off. Y'all will paint in the morning on Tuesday, or matter of fact, it might have been Sunday. but anyway, whenever they send the email, I was like, boo. I was like, boom, I'll take my furniture off, y'all will paint, and then I'll put it back out there the next day. Been a whole week. It's
Wow.
been a whole week.
So, I mean, does it look done? Does it look any more completed than it was?
You know, Jared, I go out there and I can't tell what color they're painting it because it's half done every day. So I'm
Mm.
like, so it just looks like, it just looks unfinished. Like half the building is one color, the other half is another color. Some of the buildings, I don't know, like every building was the same color before. I think now they're different colors. I don't know if they're doing like layers of primer and then actual paint or what have you, or maybe like weather protector. I don't know what's going on out there.
Dang.
Because every time I go outside, the building is a different color, and it's not the color it was, and it doesn't look like the color it's supposed to be.
DeMarcus, are you
But I
even
don't.
liking this apartment? Because you haven't been there a month, but you always are complaining about it. And I've never heard you complain this much about a place you were living at.
I do like it. I do like it. There are
Okay.
things I like about it. Like I like that I have like code entry, so I ain't gotta worry about no keys. Um,
To your individual apartment.
to everything. There's like code
Hmm.
code pass everywhere.
Okay.
Um, yeah, there are things I think it's a decent apartment. 7
Hmm.
out of 10. 7 out of 10.
So
7 out of 10.
so how does
7 out
that
of 10.
work? If you um have code entry and there's like a power outage, how does that work to get in?
Oh, they're not connected to like the main power. They're
Oh,
like
it's a
battery
battery pack.
operated or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm hmm
Mhm. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And
And I think the main reason I have so many criticisms about this apartment is because my previous one was like a two-bedroom and it was
hmm
so much more space. And like even that apartment wasn't perfect, but it was a lot. I don't know. I'm like downsizing and I don't like feeling like I'm going backwards, you know?
yeah, I do know. Um, how is the dating life?
Oh, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying it.
Any more okay, Masse dates? Any
Oh, omakase.
I'm a
Omakase.
Masse dates?
No, no, but Fair is coming in town this weekend,
Okay.
and we're going to see Anderson pack together. And
But just for our listeners, you are not dating fair.
I'm not dating Fair. No, 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 no. Fair's our good friend. She's on the Dungeons and Dragons. She's our Dungeons and Dragons
And I,
celebrity.
excuse me.
Mm,
Excuse
choking
me.
on that ballerina, huh?
I know, I'm talking on that ballerina. And just as an aside, because I never say this, but you can listen to our Dungeons and Dragons episodes at any time you want to. It's a premium subscription on Spotify. And if you want to
hmm
listen to it, you can pay $1. You got all the episodes for life and all the
hmm
upcoming episodes. So I would suggest you do that because we're having a lot of fun. And next week, we're going to actually talk about our episode that we just had yesterday. So yeah,
mm
I never say that on the podcast, right? I guess I need
Yeah.
to
I mean,
start
you
like,
haven't been. I mean, I feel like you promoted our um you promoted our like subscription channel before. I've heard you do it
mhm.
before, but you don't mention it often. That's not something you always say.
Yeah, we may need to
Um,
make a commercial for that.
yeah, I'm not dating fair, but things are going well with the folks I've been dating.
Mm-hmm,
Uh,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, no complaints. Nothing really super interesting to talk about. I don't think.
You don't
Uh,
think?
I'm going through stuff. I'm going through stuff in my brain.
Okay.
hmm
So no major
I tried to go to this.
arguments.
I tried to go to this. What? No matter what?
No major arguments.
No, no arguments. No arguments. Man, but there's something I could say.
Mm,
I'm not sure I want to share it on the pod.
okay.
Uh, we'll just say, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, sometimes life is like a wheel and it goes around and around.
Around and around and all right.
You know,
All right,
like
cool.
what I'm saying? You go around, you end up in the same place.
All right.
hmm Things come back. Things go around the wheel and come back.
Okay. All right. So Anderson Paak, how long you been a fan of Anderson Paak? This is the first time I'm hearing his name come out your mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been Anderson, and it's Anderson Paak. I always say Anderson Paak, but it's Anderson Paak. I've been an Anderson Paak fan for a long time, man. Like whenever he was dropping what the first albums, like with like No Worries and stuff like that. I remember the first time I saw him live, I went to a J. Cole concert and he was opening it up. Yo, man, killed it. I was like, I could see like another hour of Anderson Paak and No Worries, and I'll be satisfied. Um, so yeah, I'm glad I'm finally going to get to see like a show, like his show. And I'm going to an anime rave on Sunday.
Are you dressing up
Yep.
as
Yes. I'm gonna be Vash the Stampede.
Vash the Stampede? I don't know him.
You don't know Vash the Stampede?
No.
You don't know the humanoid typhoon?
Well, that same name sounds more familiar.
Look it up, Jared.
No,
Because listen,
I've never seen Trigun, so
you've never seen Trigun?
I've told you that I've never seen Trigun, so I don't know nothing about this character.
Yo, we gonna fire you, Jared.
The
You
mic
don't
is,
have like
as I have
you
said, I don't watch the Cartoon Network animes except for
you
Sailor Moon, but I didn't even watch it on Cartoon
these are
Network.
classic anime.
No,
These
they're
are the anime that
not.
made us.
Okay, they're classic American anime. That stuff didn't make me at all. Sorry.
And that's why you are the way you are. You lied on your resume to get on this podcast.
I did not lie on my
And now it's
resume.
all coming out.
No, again, y'all new gen anime lovers that only like anime because it's on Cartoon Network love days like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's not for me. I like Full Metal
I don't
Alchemist.
think that's I think what you mean to say is that those of us who could afford cable, had the luxury of watching anime
Marcus,
with
I
ease on
had
Cartoon Network.
cable. I didn't just watch Seinfeld. I had the premium channels. So don't
I
come
watched
to me with
Seinfeld because I
that.
wanted to. I like Soundfield.
You said no, you told us that you did not have cable and all you had was
And there was a
Seinfeld.
time I didn't have cable, but then we got cable and everything was all right.
All right. Anyways, all right, so that's love life. That's how you're doing with your apartment worries. Yeah.
hmm hmm Yeah. Work has been cool. We got this like hackathon coming up at work, and and I don't want to do it
Why not?
because it's like it's just like a really intense couple of days of like working on special projects.
Mm,
Um they're enforcing like it has to be AI themed. And I think that's the part that's
mm,
like making me like, I mean, but I've got an idea that I want to try out. So I'm a disagree and commit, as they say.
okay. All right. So you're not gonna ask me about my week, so I'm just gonna tell you.
I mean, I've been asking you. You went first, fool, and you always go so short. You ain't got nothing going on.
No, you didn't ask me. I just told you about the ballerina tea.
Okay. Well, I asked about your love life.
Yes, and there isn't any.
Hmm
So my week, this week I had a very interesting interview
hmm
for a job. Some of the cons is by another recruiter. So if I do get this job, it may be temporary, like my last one.
hmm
But yeah, I'm still doing it. Um, some of the pluses is it's for a retailer. And so I know that they're kind of desperate
hmm
to hire for this upcoming holiday season. So
So you finna be working at Marshall's.
Michael's.
Michael's.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right, Jared.
But again, we don't know yet. I had my first interview. She said it was really good. Um,
They want you to
it,
be a manager?
a marketing supervisor.
Mm.
So yeah, she said it was really good. And she said I was going to be invited to the next step. But I did not receive that next step interview invitation. So I'm
Mm.
not sure. I'm not sure. I've heard these um things where they say it's going good and everything, and then it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, and then I don't hear from them
And they just be
ever
scared to tell
again.
you it's going bad.
Yeah, and then I'm not
Mm-hmm.
invited to continue on. So I don't know, but my hopes are high. But yeah, other than that, I don't think anything else has been happening. Um, but yes, I would like to um introduce our next segment. This next segment is sponsored by Movie Pass. So, DeMarcus, can you explain a little bit about Movie Pass, please?
I'm always happy to talk about Movie Pass. Movie Pass is a subscription-based service that allows you to see um, movies at a lower cost than face value on the ticket. So you're paying Movie Pass a certain amount, and then you're able to see a number of movies. You're purchasing credits. You can use those credits towards movies each month. Your credits roll over. The credits renew each month, so you get your new ones, and any ones you didn't use, those come on which is the next month as well. And you can just keep stacking credits until you can until you can go see whatever movie you want to for as long as you want to.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
check it out,
Yeah,
Movie
yeah,
Pass.
Movie Pass is a great service. But I would like to just say that on this episode of Put You On, I would like to put everybody on to this video game that I played at the beginning of the year called
Hmm.
Vimba. And Vimba tells
Denver,
Vimba, Vemba. And
Denver.
Vimba tells the story of, this Indian Canadian man who
Hmm.
whose parents just migrated over in his life. And his story deals with a lot of the racism that he's receiving
Hmm.
from the food that he brings, and all of the challenges, or what you're doing as a player is actually helping him cook food. And he cooks
Mm.
food with his mother. And it
Hmm.
really tells the story of how throughout his life, different stages of his life, uh, you had to cook food, you had to learn these things, and you are witnessing, you know, um, his parents decline in um their cognitive abilities and everything. So
Mm.
it's a pretty sad story. It's extremely touching. I loved it. So yeah, Vimba, and it's on the Microsoft um gaming network. And I played it for free from
Mm.
Microsoft. So yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, that
yeah.
sounds sad to play.
Yeah, Bimbo was a lot of fun. I loved it. I really loved Bimbo.
Okay, okay. Um, I don't think I have anything to put folks on to today, but I'm gonna ask, can y'all put me on to some dope Switch games to play? Because I just hooked up my Switch. Like maybe more than a year ago. My little brother gave me his old Switch because he was
Hmm.
getting a new one. And the deck he gave me didn't work, so I couldn't hook it up to my TV. So I just like left it in the box and put it away. But I bought a new deck for it. The Switch works fine, so I was able to charge it up and whatnot, easy peasy. Um, yes,
So,
the Switch works
so,
fine. It was charged up. So now I got it hooked up and I can play it. Um, and I'm looking for some stuff to play. He told me to get like the new Pokemon, but I'm not a big. I don't.
Pokemon person.
I was a big Pokemon person. I don't know if I want to get into the new Pokemon and have to figure out who all of these Pokemon are again.
Mm.
Because when I was like 12, when I was like 19 years old, when Pokemon first came out, it was like, oh yeah, I want to know all 151 Pokemon. Now it's like nearly 1,000, and it's all these weird, It's all these like weird evolution rules, and I just want to have a good time.
All these brand new Pokemon when
And
I
you know
was a
what? I
young
heard
boy.
myself as I was saying it.
When I was a
As
young
I
boy,
was
there is
complaining, I
only
heard
12
myself, and I don't.
Pokemon.
And you know what? I'm gonna buy one of these new Pokemon games just because I sounded like that. I'm gonna give it a real shot.
Of course, Marvel versus Capcom, not Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was a Switch exclusive. So I would check that out. And Super
Ultimate
Smash,
Alliance.
yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And they came out years ago, so it should be really cheap now. And of course, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, which also came out years ago, but you know, Nintendo first party games don't ever go cheap. Breath
They,
of
yo, I tried to get Breath of the Wild. And that shit's still $60.
hmm hmm
What the fuck is up with that?
hmm
Jerry, explain it to me.
Breath of the Wild is still, one of those games. And it's a time sink is 100 hours plus if you want to do everything. But of course you can't just go straight to the final castle and complete it. But that's a good game. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom yet. But yeah, those games, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and uh what else did I say? Marvel Ultimate Alliance and hmm. Oh, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Also, the Switch little thing that they do, I think it's like $20 a year, and it gives you access to a
Hmm.
lot of the old Nintendo games. So that's Super
But you
Smash Bros.
already, but you gotta. I was looking into that, and you gotta play. You gotta pay for online first, and then access to the old stuff is like an add-on to that. And I think like the online is $20 a year.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's it's
$20.
more than 20. It's more than $20 a year for.
Well, whatever it is, it's still less than PSN and the Xbox stuff. So yeah. And that gives you access to, Super Mario Brothers 3, 2, and 1, the classic Kirby games, and yada 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 shit spoon bop. So yeah.
Okay.
So I would just look into that because I know you like those classic games.
I'm already
And
paying for two uh Game Pass type deals because I'm paying for the one for the Xbox and I'm paying for the one for the PlayStation.
do you pay for the one for the Xbox monthly?
I pay for them for the whole year.
Mm, yeah.
Why? Why you ask that?
This year was a horrible year for those Game Pass things, and no games were released.
Yeah, I think they stopped doing. Well, I don't know. Like earlier this year, I had the both of the Spider-Man games, so that was pretty dope.
Yeah, and then nothing. Um, I don't know what's going on for next year with you know, PlayStation Plus, but the Xbox, they're gonna get Dragon Age at the new Dragon Age in October. And
Ooh,
of course next year they're gonna be a whole bunch of, you can have it first party. Oh, and I think it's extra next year too.
like it's gonna
I
cost more.
Yeah, I think it's gonna cost more next year.
I always try to buy them around the holidays because then they have like the little discounts.
The little sale. But
Uh,
yeah, yeah, I don't think it was worth it this year. But next year, I think it's going to be worth it for Xbox. PlayStation, I don't know what's going on with them. They had a
mhm.
horrible year in terms of software. All right. All right, DeMarcus. If that is that, let's go ahead and take a quick break and
Uh-huh.
come right back with
Uh-huh.
BGE.
Uh-huh. GEN. Jared, I'm trying to get back into my comics. I picked up a few things here and there, but I'm looking for something that I can like jump onto brand new, like start from issue one and start reading. Like, what you got? What do you got on your plate?
See, DeMarcus, nothing's good out. Nothing from Marvel, nothing from DC, nothing from Image. All this stuff, trash. Give it the Static Shock and make him ride it into the sunset. It is trash, everything. But what I am doing is I
Mhm.
am gearing up for the few and far between. This comic book is going to be like Final Fantasy and Avatar and everything else. It's an original story with a lot of different nations in it. You have got to look into this book.
Okay, okay. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Where can I find it? Where am I looking?
I could tell you, but we're going to have the actual creator of the comic, Damien Beckman, tell you. Damien, take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, if you're interested, just like Jared said and DeMarcus, if you're interested for a story inspired by Final Fantasy, inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender, starring a black character, starring a true black girl magic, go to the farbetweencomic.com. It'll take you directly to our Kickstarter page. You can pre-order it there. There's a lot of great things that we have in store. Again, if you're interested in a fantasy story starring a black character, inspired by Final Fantasy, inspired by Avatar, go to farbetweencomic.com and hit that notify me on launch button or pledge today.
Hmm. Okay. So I can pledge money today. I can start donating right now.
Well, the campaign starts August the 13th through the September the 12th. You can
Okay.
pledge, but that's when the campaign is.
All right. I'll wait. I guess I'll be patient. The few and far between.
So go to Far Between Comic right now, sign up, and get ready for the best story of your life.
And we are back. I ain't gonna give you a whole bunch of hoopla. We jumping straight into our activity. And today we are playing
Can I just
Cop.
say something about that? Because these games, I want to read to you a
I
review
don't
that we
that's
had.
from the Discord channel.
I want to
Is this from
read
the
to
Discord?
you.
Is this from the Discord, Jared? Yes or no? Is this from the Discord?
It
Because if it
is
is, you don't have to read it.
no, I need to
If it
read it
is,
for all our
we can skip it.
listeners.
No, you don't
Well,
need to
okay,
read
for
it.
all our listeners, I want to read to y'all one of
I already know what it say.
okay, you
And
should.
read the date on it too, so we know when that was posted.
Okay, let me just find it.
You should have had this
Um,
already ready if you want to do it.
all right. So this is a review from Arsen Lapa. You may remember him from a previous episode, and this is a review of DeMarcus's games and his activities
Mm-hmm.
on this show. It goes as follows.
Mm-hmm.
DeMarcus, you should be ashamed of yourself in these sorry ASS games. Hashtag DeMarcus is canceled party. That was in the player Discord, the Discord that they have for their podcast. And DeMarcus, do you have anything you want to say for that review?
Arson is still mad about whatever game he played when he was on the show, and at this point, I can't remember it. But I am pretty sure he lost it.
I don't think
So
that Arson was mad at his game, but I know that Joseph was mad at his game because we did a very
mm,
comic book centered game with him, and he was still
yeah, and
mad.
he's not a very comic book centered person, and
Yeah.
I understand why he feels I understand why he feels strongly. To him,
Yeah.
I apologize, Joseph. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I was ill prepared. I prepared a game that was outside of your wheelhouse, and that was unfair to you.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
that's nice. That's nice. But what about
yeah,
Arson?
but that doesn't mean it's gonna happen. It doesn't mean it's not gonna happen again.
Oh wow.
Because now I'm getting into the habit now of making the games have to do with the episodes that we are doing.
Yeah.
And if you come on the show and we're doing a comic book episode, it's probably gonna be a comic book game.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
I don't think that they would come on for a comic book show. I think I would say video game show with them.
Then we
So
good.
okay.
Everything should be fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Anyway, today we're playing Cream of the Crop. I said
Oh
something earlier. I mean
no.
cream of the crop. So, and I'll read the rules for those of you joining us for the first time. DeMarcus finds and curates a list of 10 items. Most of the time, I just find one. These
On
could
the
be
dark
like anime
web or
characters, special moves, music, anything else. Jared has to guess the top 5 answers within 6 guesses. Each answer is worth a number of points, and Jared needs 10 points to win. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Today, we are
God.
doing the top 10 comic book superhero team ups.
Okay.
Yep. So you'll be guessing. So every guess, these are all duos. Um,
Hmm.
and they are yeah, these are all duos, and they are either solo characters or characters that are not on essentially on the same team. So so Batman and Robin is not going to be on the list.
Okay.
There is no superhero and their sidekick.
All
These are
right.
like legit team ups, crossovers type deals. Um, yeah, that's that's the game we playing. You got 6 guesses, Jared. Do you want to know anything else? Where I get the thing from is
I
Screen
do
Rant.
want to know where you got those slits from. Yes.
It's
Yes.
coming from Screen Rant.
Okay.
Let me see. They have a byline on here. I don't think they do.
It's just like user submitted or
I'm looking. I'm looking. Give me some time. It's by Valentin Faluotico. Falu Falu Faluotico. Faluotico. Faluo. Faluotico. That's what it is. Yep. Okay. Um, do you want to know like another hint before we get started? So you
is
can
there
kind of
another
start
hint? Is there another hint?
I can it is well, it's less of a hint and more of like more of like setting the terrain for you.
I do want to know, set the terrain because
Okay.
these are weird.
Number 15 is Wolverine and Nick Fury on the list. You're guessing the top 5.
All right. Okay,
So
so all right, I think I
Wolverine and
kind of
Nick
got
Fury.
it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Batman and Superman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Batman and Superman. Um, Iron Man and Captain America.
Good guess. I like that one.
Black Panther and Storm.
Mm.
That's three.
Mm-hmm.
Green Lantern and the Flash. No, 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 no. I
Mm.
think it's Green Lantern and the Flash, or is it Green Arrow and the Green Lantern?
You want to guess both?
No, I'll say Green Arrow and Green Lantern. So I think that they
GL
have
and
more of
GL and
a
GA. And this is Hal Jordan, right?
yeah. Oh,
Yeah. 2 more guesses.
oh God. Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
and the Human Torch.
Mm. Johnny Storm?
Yeah, they were in a
Mm-hmm.
whole TV show together, so no, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Well,
That was Iceman.
the Human
Whoops.
Torch shows up in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
True.
Or maybe it's that other girl. Maybe it was Firestar. I definitely remember seeing Firestar and Iceman. I don't know about the Human Torch. They wouldn't have 2 fire people on the same team.
True. And let's go DC again. Hmm. don't know. Did you say Wolverine and Deadpool?
I said Wolverine and Nick Fury is number 15. You want to
All
go
right, so
Wolvie?
put Wolverine and Deadpool.
Okay.
All right. Now let me hear
Okay.
what Screen Rant says.
Let me go through your list.
Okay.
Make sure, and you have the chance now to like make any edits, any final revisions. We got Bats and Soups. We got Captain America and Iron Man, Black
Mm-hmm.
Panther Storm,
Mm-hmm.
Green Lantern and Green Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, excuse me. Spider-Man, Human Torch, Wolverine,
Mm-hmm.
and Deadpool.
Yes.
You're comfortable with all those answers.
Yes.
All righty then. Let's go through this list.
All right.
Number, I usually start with the number 10 and work my way up. So
Yeah.
let me do that. Let me do
Yeah.
that. Number 10, you're not gonna like this one. Huntress and the Question.
Mm. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's like it's like oh yeah, they did team up. That was a pretty decent
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
There was a lot of tension there, romantic tension, I'll say. I
Yeah.
like that. Um,
The
you
Huntress
know,
is a girl now.
Huntress has always been a girl.
No, I mean not the Huntress, but the Question.
Oh, the Question is a woman now. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
He's
interesting.
also the commissioner in Gotham.
Really?
Hmm.
She is also the commissioner in
Hmm.
Gotham.
And she's
Oh,
black.
well, now, so she have like a black skinned mask, like he did,
No.
because the Question doesn't have a face.
Yeah. I mean, it's her skin tone.
Yeah, it's her skin. That's what I mean. Is it her skin tone? Is it
Mhm.
just still like the white spray face?
I mean,
How does he breathe
it's her
through that?
skin tone. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's spray on. Because
It's spray on?
I've seen him spray it on before.
Oh, I mean, I thought that they just.
I mean, yeah. So after it's sprayed on, he can just peel it off.
So if
But
it's
he
sprayed on, why is there no mouth?
because he has his mouth closed when he sprays it. I don't know, Jared.
But he talked. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Spray on masks. Number 9, Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
All right. All right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that team up. I enjoyed that team up
But
personally.
I always think of them as like a superhero duo. Like I don't, but I guess
Like,
Superman and
like,
Batman.
like
They
Iron
both
Fist is
have.
Luke Cage's sidekick.
Yeah. Or
I don't think
yeah.
so. I feel like they're both standalone characters.
Yeah. Yeah. They are standalone characters, but I always think of them as like a duo. But yeah, they're
Mm.
not.
They are a duo. I mean, that's why they're number 9 on the list.
Yeah.
Um, so this one sort of breaks the rule a little bit. Um, Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
No, no, you
Yeah,
cannot do that.
yeah, right?
You can't do that.
Weird.
Very weird.
Oh, actually, I skipped number 10. I'm sorry. This list is a little messed up. Number 10 is actually Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
Mm, yeah.
hmm hmm Yeah, number 10 is actually Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. I like this team up as well. But the older Blue Beetle, not the Blue Beetle that was in the movie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because they both just like silly, and it's like a fun. It's like a good time.
Hmm.
It's like if you and your bros got superpowers and was like trying to figure out how to be heroes.
Booster Gold is like a menace in the superhero community, though. Like,
He low key, he fuck
no,
up a lot.
very high key, extremely high key, extremely high key.
Talk about it.
I just read a comic book where he had to go back in time to stop a meteor that he did not stop that wiped out the dinosaurs. So those dinosaurs were now the superhero community when he came back in time. So then he went back in time and um he had this dilemma of killing all the dinosaur people or reviving all the superheroes.
hmm
So it was that dilemma, and ultimately he was like, bye, dinosaur people. But like they were talking, they had whole cities, and they were sentient beings. So yeah.
Yeah. So he was like, fuck the dinosaur people, bring back the superheroes.
Yeah.
Was he
Yeah.
supposed to say fuck the heroes and bring back and keep the dinosaur people?
He shouldn't have stopped the meteor in the first place.
Hmm. I mean, okay, we can talk some more about that on a different episode.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
Booster Gold is a menace.
okay. So 10, Blue Beetle Booster Gold, 9, Huntress in the Question,
Mhm.
8, Luke Cage, and
Iron
Iron
Fist.
Fist.
Yeah.
Number 7, Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Very, very, very iffy on that
Yeah,
one.
because like I low-key considered the Winter Soldier to be Captain America's sidekick, but not
He
I guess
is.
not. I guess not.
He is.
I guess not as the Winter Soldier. Bucky
Bucky
Barnes
Barnes was Captain
is
America's
Captain
sidekick.
America's is
Yeah.
is Captain America. Well, was Captain America's sidekick, sure. Yeah, was is that's the sidekick. The Winter Soldier is not the sidekick.
I mean, if you cannot say Batman and Robin, then you cannot say Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Like, can I say Batman and Nightwing? No.
No, I mean, yeah, that's no. I wanted you to, and so I was trying to help you out with that one. This one they slipped in. I don't like it. It's really on the fence, but
Right.
it is what it is.
All right.
Okay. Number 6 is Cable and Deadpool.
Makes sense. And I was thinking about that after I said my final answer. I was like, Cable and Deadpool will be better because depending on when this
Mm.
article was written, Cable and Deadpool is better than with Deadpool and Wolverine with this new movie out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, I think had this list because I don't think that I got. Let me see what year this list was made. I think had this list been it's 2017.
Oh
If this
yeah, most definitely.
if this list had been made after the movie, yeah, Wolverine and
Hmm.
Deadpool would definitely be higher ranking.
Yeah.
Um, Number 5, The Flash and the Green Lantern.
Oh my God. I
Yeah,
think that the Green Lantern is better friends with the Green Arrow though. I think that's
maybe.
like classic Bronze Age comics.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. The Flash and the Green Lantern, I didn't even know they had like. I guess I've seen them team up, but like
Yeah, it's
only
not
as a
that
result
deep.
of them both being on the Justice League, and not like, oh, we
Yeah,
really. Okay.
and they're both on the Justice League. Didn't you say that that's not allowed either?
No, 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 no. I said just no. There's no. So it wouldn't be the Flash and Speedy, or I don't know. Green Lantern doesn't really have a sidekick.
No, but they're both on the Justice League.
Yeah, but I said no. It's not going to be like a main character and their sidekick, not teams.
So, oh, I thought you said they couldn't be on the same team.
No, 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 no. It's not going to be like
Okay,
main character and sidekick.
okay.
Yeah.
Except for Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
That one, that one's arguable. We
How is
don't
that
like it. We
arguable?
we
It's
because
not arguable. That's actually
because it's Robin Nightwing,
yes,
the hero. We know that Dick Grayson is both of these people. But
yes,
is the hero Robin also the hero Nightwing or all those
yes.
different heroes?
No,
So people don't grow up. People don't change. And
they
those two
changed, but they're the same person. They're the same
mm,
person. That's why
mm,
Bucky Barnes had to answer for his crimes as the Winter Soldier.
I mean, they need somebody to punish, and they couldn't punish Hydra. So
Okay.
anyway, number 4, Spider-Man and Daredevil.
All right. I guess.
These are all good team ups. These are all good team ups, Jared. And I feel like a lot of your guesses are like hella close.
My Spider-Man guess was very gay because the Human Torch has always been bothering me. The Human Torch is very weird. I think that that's something that we need to do. We did a Namor,
Hmm.
it's Mr. Steal Your Girl. We should have did a Human Torch Mr. Steal Your Girl because he just
Yeah.
had sex and was in a very committed relationship with basically it was like an alien bug thing.
I seen that. I seen that. But you know, I think Johnny Storm is less of Mr. Stereo Girl and more of like hide your daughters, your wives, and your grandmas because he coming.
Right. He even had sex with Doom's fiance
Mm-hmm.
the day before their
And see,
wedding. So
I wanna dig into that. I want to know how that came about because it take two to tango, and we ain't just gonna put all the blame on Johnny.
all right.
All right, number 3, Green Lantern and Green Arrow. Jared,
Okay.
you in there, big guy.
I mean, I'm not gonna win.
You don't know. So
How,
that
how
one,
are these points calculated again?
I haven't told you.
Oh my God. All right.
So that's number 3. Number 2. While I enjoy this team up, I don't think it's number 2 worthy. But
Mhm.
number 2 is Daredevil and Elektra.
It's definitely not number 2 worthy.
Like that one
When,
could be like number 7.
when did Electra get her own comic book? Like, okay, go ahead. Go
1973
ahead.
or something like that. I don't know.
Go ahead.
And the number 1 team up in the comic book world,
Yeah.
they call it the granddaddy of all superhero teams,
All right.
is Batman and Superman.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. That wasn't bad though, Jared. That was like you didn't win, but
Right.
this one you didn't win, and like your guesses were like on point. All of these were like great guesses.
I know they were.
Yeah.
I
The
know
only
they were.
one, the only one I wasn't a fan of is the Black Panther and Storm. And I'm just like, well, that's barely a team up. More of a marriage, more of a relationship. Because I don't really like when I was reading like X-Men and Black Panther and stuff like that, like they weren't I did not see them save the world together that much as much as I saw them like date, something happens and they have to intervene.
Isn't that like save me? I mean, they're not going to be saving the world, but they were saving Wakanda. Daredevil and
Yeah,
Electric didn't save the world. They didn't even save all of New York. They just saved their little neighborhood.
you're right. You're right. You're right. Well, I don't yeah. I don't see Black Panther and Storm as a superhero team up. I see it as a superhero relationship. So
Well,
on a different list,
obviously, I was confused because I thought that we were saying like better team ups than this because you said no sidekicks and then Bucky's in here and you said I thought you said no superhero teams and then
Jared,
they're in here from the
had I
same
not said
team
had I
and
not said no sidekicks, all of these guesses would be like Batman and Robin, Superman, Superboy, Flash and Speedy, Green Arrow and
no, I
no,
wouldn't have
Speedy's
said
Green
that.
Arrow, Flash and Kid Flash.
I may have said Batman and Robin, but I wouldn't have said that. But I also would have definitely said Cap and Winter Soldier.
No, the fuck you wouldn't. I don't
Yes, I
believe that.
definitely would.
I don't believe that at all, Jack.
Yes,
And
I
look at this man
definitely
breaking.
would.
He
Yes,
cracking
I
up.
definitely would. Yep.
He cracking up because he knew he wouldn't have said it. He
I
know he wouldn't have
definitely
said that.
would. I definitely
You
would.
absolutely would not have said
I,
Captain Bucky.
I definitely would. I
You
definitely
barely
would have
like
said
Captain
Cap.
America.
No, I love Captain America. I love Captain America.
Anyway,
But
that's
yeah.
today's game. Let us know how you did in the comments, y'all.
On today's episode, we are going to be discussing some of our dream matchups,
Mhm.
dream crossovers, dream everything. Um, yeah, but on this episode, I'd like to start us off, if you do not mind.
Mhm.
Um, and it's just in comments. Are we doing anime? Are we doing all the pop culture? Like, what are we doing?
What do you just called it dream team ups, period.
Okay.
So that's what you called it. So that's what I was going with.
Okay. So I can say anything.
This is our podcast, bro. We can say whatever we want.
All right. All right. One of my dream team ups, matchups, whatever it is, because they always fight first and then they're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Zoolander and Ron Burgundy.
Explain who these people are for the geeks who haven't seen these movies.
Wow, you haven't seen these movies, you gotta go. You have to go. Um, Ron Burgundy is a famous newscaster.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, um, and he plays the flute. And Derek Zoolander is a famous model,
Supermodel.
supermodel. Thank you for correcting me. And
Mhm.
it's just their personalities, their skills in their respective fields. Yeah, I would love to see them meet and team up and do something together.
I didn't expect you to say that, but I will watch that movie. I
Yeah, of
would
course.
I would go watch it because I've seen Anchorman and Anchorman 2, and I've
Hmm.
seen
Both are fun.
Zoolander and Zoolander 2. There's a
Hmm.
Zoolander 2 movie. Yeah. I don't think I've seen Zoolander 2. I think they might be a lie, but I want to see it.
Mm,
Um, I do want to. I would see a Anchorman and Zoolander movie because I think it would be
yeah,
hilarious.
me too.
Um,
Me too.
Ben Stiller and what's the other guy's name? Um,
William Shatner. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
about to say no, the fuck is not. It's Will Ferrell.
yeah, Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I think they'll be hilarious together.
Yeah,
Um, okay. I did not expect that, Jared. That just threw me all the way off.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. I would love to see together. Um, I would like to see like a mentor arc of like Black Lightning and Static Shock.
Static?
Yeah, like a proper team up between those two. Because we've seen them cross paths and
Yeah, we've seen them cross
just
paths.
Justice League Unlimited and stuff, but I want to see like a
Mhm.
proper team up where they're like, you know, I don't know, maybe Virgil goes to college in whatever wherever Black Lightning live, and they just happen to like run into each other.
That sounds interesting, but really, the Static
Mhm.
Shock comic has not been interesting to me.
Mm,
So I think that introducing the Black Lightning into his comic will make it more interesting, but Static Shock hasn't been good to me, my
yeah,
personal opinion.
I don't know. What is I've been I'm gonna have to check that out because I like Static Shock.
Me too. I like him too.
Yeah. Hmm. Nicholas Draper.
But yeah, um, I would like to see a matchup or team up or whatever it is. I think we need to go ahead and have it. Black Adam,
Mm.
Thor. Let's go ahead and see it.
Black Adam and Thor.
Hmm.
Why? You got to explain that one to me.
Well, Black Adam is he commands lightning, he commands the
Mm-hmm.
storm. He
Mm-hmm.
also has a vast, vast, vast capabilities over magic, sorcery.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thor is the literal god of storm. Now he's the All-Father in comics. I just
Mm-hmm.
want to see how somebody with Thor's presence
Mm-hmm.
match somebody with Black Adam's magnitude and
Mm-hmm.
ferocity. I think
I
that would
want
be
to
an interesting matchup.
I am interested in this team up because I think that Thor and Black Adam would sort of have that common ground of like we're both rulers.
Mhm.
We're both dictators.
Yeah.
Like we make the rules.
Hmm.
And Black Adam has always been like, I'm gonna do whatever is best for my kingdom, period. And Thor has always kind of struggled with that. And he's like, I want to do what's best for my kingdom, and I actually care a lot about these other kingdoms, and I'm trying to intervene, sometimes to the detriment of my own kingdom. So
Mm.
I would want to see something like that, where like Black Adam is like cursing Thor out, is like how you gonna tell me how to rule when you let your you let your you let Asgard be destroyed time after time or something like that.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see.
yeah.
Be really fun to see.
Hmm. Let's see. What is another good team up? Mm-mm-mm.
If I can do another one while you
Yeah,
think,
go ahead. Go ahead. Let me, because I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Cloud Strife, since everybody loves him,
Okay.
Luke Skywalker.
Huh. I don't see that one.
You don't? Why don't you see that one?
Skywalker, not Darth Vader. Oh wait, what is Anakin becomes Darth Vader? Sorry.
Uh, Anakin becomes Darth Vader, but no, I want Luke.
Why though? Why would they team up, Jared?
I just want to see them go head to head. I think that with
Mhm.
Cloud Strife's power at the end of the game, um, he was a at least an alpha level soldier.
Mhm.
And I think that Luke's power with his lightsaber skills and his capabilities over the Force, I think he was
Mhm.
also a alpha level power. I think also Luke has the added telekinesis. Luke has the added telepathy, and I think that that would make him formidable in a match.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yeah, I would like to see it.
So I'm hearing that you would like to see them fight and not that you would like to see them team up.
I mean, if they were to team up, I'm sure it would be cute. But I'm always thinking that, like, you know, I- we all see these comic book things,
Mhm.
and we know that in the beginning they fight and then they team up. So
Not all
I'm
the time. And I actually prefer the stories where that doesn't happen because it's like if this hero was a reasonable person, the way they're normally depicted, they would ask this person more questions and figure something out.
now
Because I hate that
Cloud is not asking no questions.
because I hate that a lot of times you'll see the heroes do like this big fight and then team up later with other heroes, but when they're introducing a new villain, it's like, oh yeah, we're best friends.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they get betrayed. And it's like, yo, motherfucker, like you asked this person everything and didn't find out nothing. You didn't ask the other hero no questions.
Mm.
Like, what's going on?
Right, right.
Like, you just a bad judge of character.
But I mean, Cloud and you play Final Fantasy VII, right? The first one.
I'm
So
playing it, yeah.
you know that Cloud does not talk to people. He's not a people person. He's an
Mm.
introvert on all that stuff. He
But
does
he's
not.
reasonable. He's not jumping to conclusions.
You haven't played the second part.
I have not
You
played.
have
I have
not
not
played the
played what
second part.
Rebirth.
Yes.
I haven't played Rebirth. No.
Yeah, Cloud, he should
But
be. Sephiroth is more reasonable than Cloud is.
I don't know about that.
Sephiroth would talk to Luke before he fights him.
But Sephiroth is like, I'm already decided on fighting him, period.
I
Like this
mean,
talking is just for dramatic flair.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Whereas
What do you
whereas I
want?
think
What do you want
whereas
to
I
work? Do you want them to talk or do you want them to?
whereas I think Cloud might not say nothing, but Cloud ain't gonna immediately start throwing hands as soon as Lucas show up.
Mm.
Cloud gonna be like, all right, let me hear him out.
You
And if
think
he ain't got
so?
nothing to say, then it's up.
I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Maybe. Maybe in some cases. I don't really think so.
I would want to see a team up between Deku and One Punch Man.
Why do you have that child, that little boy, anywhere near an adult situation?
I
This
think
little 14-year-old child.
because I think Saitama first off he's childlike in and of himself. Like he's like, hey, look,
Sometimes, sometimes.
I just want to play video games with with my friends. And I think Deku can be on that same stuff. It's like, look, I just want to hang out and have a good time with my friends. And I
When has
think
Deku ever been like, let's hang out? He has always been
when they was
a
doing a damn festival, and he
and
was like,
still he
let's
was
just have a good
always
time, guys.
Deku has always been on his P's and Q's. He's a workaholic. Even though he didn't have any powers, he was cataloging all these powers, trying to
That's
see how
my
they could
point.
work together.
That's my point. That's my point, though. I feel like Deku takes being a hero too seriously, and Saitama will show him like, hey, look, slow down, man. It's not that big a deal. So the world gets destroyed. Like people will survive.
So you think that Saitama, of all characters in all anime lexicons,
Mm.
could convince Deku, workaholic,
Yeah, because
non-superhuman,
because
to slow
Deku,
down?
I don't think Deku would listen to somebody who can't get results and can't get results better than he can. You know what I'm saying? So if you put him with somebody like I don't know. If you put Deku with somebody like Naruto, and Naruto got to like fight tooth and nail to get this victory, they're gonna be like, "Hey, look, here are all the critiques I have for your style and everything that you do." But like Saitama walk in, punch it one time, and it's over. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you got it together. Like you
But
you know
see,
what you're doing."
the thing is, Naruto is fighting for something.
Mm-hmm.
Boruto is fighting for something. That Saitama doesn't want to be a hero. He just wants to play video games all day.
No, Saitama wants to be a hero. That's what he wanted to do with his life. He's like, "Oh, I've always wanted to be a hero."
And then he's over it, right? Like that's the
A
thing of the show.
little.
He finds out, he gets all that power, then he's over it. He just wants to shop and
He's just
get
like, I
his
haven't
things
found
in peace.
anybody that can like challenge me.
Yeah, so then he gets over it.
I think he's bored. He's not over it. He's just bored.
Mm, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Maybe. Uh I don't think that Deku would be so easily
Mm-hmm.
easily swayed over over this. All right, so let's go back to my list. Let's go ahead and just get it out of the way. Superman versus the Sentry.
These are not fights. These are team ups. You said.
Okay, so it's a team up.
Okay. You want to see Superman team up with who?
The Sentry.
Whom?
The Sentry.
Okay. I think that'd be a dope team up.
That would be a
I
dope
think,
team up.
and I think that one would actually make sense as also being a fight because I will see like whatever the story is, Superman and the Sentry are like working together on this thing. The Sentry gets beat up too much, and the Void starts coming out. So now Superman got to fight whatever villain is there and
Hmm.
the Void.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. That does make a lot of sense. And seeing him go against this being of 1,000 suns or whatever the Sentry's called,
Mm-hmm.
um, with that added factor of the void, would be an interesting fight. And seeing Sentry and Superman clash, because Sentry, he's not the most pleasant person to even talk to.
Mm.
He's not.
Is he? I mean, I haven't. Granted, I have not seen a lot of the Sentry. Is he like an asshole?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
well, why though?
I mean, the void, the void. He can be a little butthole. He can be a
Oh, the
little butt.
Void can be a butthole, or
No,
the
the
Sentry.
Sentry.
Okay,
Yeah, the Sentry can be a little butthole. So
and the Sentry is a butthole because of the Void.
yeah.
Mm.
His original character, I forgot what the Sentry's name is. I think it's Bill something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he doesn't want the Sentry or the Void, period.
Mm.
So when he's in that Sentry persona,
Uh-huh.
it's not controlled by Bill or whatever his name,
Mm.
his alter ego is. So yeah, so
So, so this Bill guy has three personalities: himself, Bill, the Sentry, and the Void.
yeah.
Because I always thought it was just like Bill is the Sentry, and the Void is like Bill's alternate personality that also has access to his powers, but uses them in a very different way.
Yeah. So Sentry, his real name is Robert Reynolds, Bob Reynolds.
Bob Reynolds, not Bill. Okay.
And Bob doesn't want to be the Sentry, definitely
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to be the Void,
Mm-hmm.
because he knows that when he, is going to be the Sentry, the Void is right there at the back of things,
Mm.
slowly creeping up. He knows what happens
Mm.
with that trajectory. He doesn't want any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, he doesn't want to be the Void or the Sentry. So when he's the Sentry, he's a real butthole to everybody. Like he
Mm-hmm.
fires out one road answers. He's always argumentative, but he gets the
Mm.
job done. I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen the Sentry smile. And then of course when he's the Void,
Really?
yeah, when he's the Void, um, he's of course a different entity altogether. He's the more evil character.
Right. Okay. Okay. I didn't know this. I didn't know this. That's good to know.
Yeah.
You did a top. You did one of the top superheroes. I'm gonna do a top superhero. I want to see Batman and Moon Knight team up.
Hmm.
What was that?
I'm just thinking of how that would be, Batman and Moon Knights.
It would be interesting, wouldn't it?
It would be interesting.
And like get Batman to get blessed by the moon too, and he get like some little moon shifty powers.
No, I'm thinking it would be interesting because of Batman's history with the Joker. Moon Knight
Mm.
has so many different types of personalities. It will be interesting to see how Batman would react to these things. Like just to see him in a fight would
Mm-hmm.
be one thing, and seeing him um talking to him would be something completely different. I think
Mm-hmm.
that it's said that like when he changes his personality, his accent also changes.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you remember watching Moon Knight, the show, he was dating a girl in the UK, and he had a UK accent. And she was like, and when she met him when he had changed personality, she was like, "Where's your accent?"
Mhm.
He's like, or why do you sound like that or something like that? And he was like, "I don't know you, lady."
Yeah.
Was about to get
Yeah.
married and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that this would be very interesting, not for the fights or whatever conflict that they have. I want to see their conflict with each other.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna go a different direction with that, was saying when you were like giving Batman's like history with, I didn't think you was gonna say the Joker. I thought you say Batman's history with the mentally ill. Because he do not fuck with them. He be beating their ass, making it worse.
That too. That too.
So I'm
Definitely
thinking
that too.
Batman. So I'm thinking like Batman gonna see Moon Knight, and he'll be like, okay, he met this man trying to help. And as soon as he see him switch personalities, he'll be like, oh, we gotta throw this man in Arkham. We
Yeah.
gotta get him in.
Yeah.
So he'll let Moon Knight help him save Gotham, and then he'll be like, all right, Moon Knight, put the bat cuff on him.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Be done figure out his real identity. He'll be like, your real name is this.
Yeah. For
He's like,
now.
nah, fuck all those other personalities. This is actually who you are. And we're sending you to Arkham. They can help you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fund it.
But yeah, I would like to see that. Another one I want to see just for the destructive power alone
hmm
is Ultron and Brainiac.
Mm.
Because now that
Mm.
Ultron has been
Not
elevated,
Ultron and the Mazo?
no,
Okay.
no, because Amazo was so easily swayed.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what make it I think that could make it interesting, is like Ultron is like manipulating a Mazo until someone else comes along and is like, yo, Ultron is an asshole.
And I don't want that either because, Amazo's being manipulated now by Failsafe, which is Batman's alter ego in absolute power. I want to see
Mm.
somebody that is on the same levels. And
Mm.
and now that Ultron has been elevated to this cosmic entity who
hmm
is reproducing at such a rate he is populating whole entire planets, I
hmm
think that having him and Brainiac come together to do whatever they want to do. Yeah, I think that would be very interesting to read.
Okay. Ultron and Brainiac. Because like are you seeing this as like a evil story? Like this is Ultron and Brainiac taking over the universe type of deal?
Most definitely.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
How could it not be an evil story? They're not going to play house.
I mean, it could be them fighting a bigger evil and they become the de facto good guys.
All right. No, I'm thinking that they need to take over something or shrink some city or
Mm.
do whatever they need to do. I
Mm.
just want to read
Some
about
little
it.
local crime.
Yeah. Rob a bank.
Ah, yeah, that would be hilarious. If we saw Ultron and Brainiac robbing banks, I'm
Yeah.
like, who the fuck wrote this?
It would probably
I'm
be
gonna
good
read it,
though.
but who the fuck wrote this?
Right, right.
And why they robbing banks? I do miss that though. I do miss like the local low-level superheroes, you know, stopping bank robberies. And not just like some random dude ran into a bank with a gun. Like these criminals been planning this bank robbery for months.
Hmm.
I want to see some of that.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
let's see. You got another one? Um,
Yes, I do.
contemplating over here. Okay. Ooh, Jesus.
Uh,
Break the desk.
I would like to see, um, I just had it. Let me think.
Who is another like monster? Because I want to see
Oh, I know
Ash
who it
team up
is.
with somebody, but
Ash.
I'll Ash Ketchum. I want to see Ash Ketchum team up with somebody who is also like I control things kind of person,
Mhm.
like Ash and Aquaman. I don't know.
Um,
Would Aquaman be able to control Ash's water type Pokemon?
well, Aquaman doesn't control them. He just like talks to them and they
Neither does
comply.
Ash. Ash doesn't control them either. He just talks to them.
Right, right. I
He
don't
just
know.
manipulates them. It's a form of control.
I don't know. Let me see. Uh, I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Who?
What if we saw like a Ash Ketchum and like Ty from Digimon team up?
I mean, that's the. It's easy to say Digimon, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Um, I think that would be good. Aren't you
I think the kids would
watching
love it.
something that has like a summon power?
The Black Summoner. That's
Yeah.
I think that was only like 12 episodes. Yeah, I finished that. I don't think he's popular enough. That's why I didn't say his name.
Hmm.
Yeah, nobody know who he is.
Um, you know what?
What?
Yuna from Final Fantasy 9.
Mm. Could she be summoning the
She
little
she be summoning icons, I think they're called in that game.
the
Um,
Edelons?
yeah, Edelons. Oh, you
Hmm.
played Final Fantasy 9.
I played Final Fantasy X. It's the same thing. Like they have the Edelons in Final Fantasy
Oh,
X as well.
oh. Oh yeah, I'm thinking 10. 9 is icons with that those two little girls. Okay, so
Mm.
10, Yuna. I think that could be a good
Mm.
matchup.
I think the power scale is way too different. Because Ash is gonna be like, yeah, I got all these Pokemon, and then she's gonna be like, oh, I just got this one thing.
No, they
Well,
can summon multiple things.
yeah, but she can only summon one at a time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, all right, I can only summon this one. He's gonna be around for 2 minutes.
But then they're gods.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like, what is this Pokemon gonna do to this thing? She's about to destroy the Pokemon world. And if you take Ash over to the Final Fantasy world, he ain't finna do nothing. Them little
I
Pokemon
think
gonna get
that
beat.
Ash could be is adequately scaled to be in the Final Fantasy universe.
You think so? Because I
Yeah.
don't. I don't. I mean, maybe until they get to like the God stuff, and then
Yeah.
Ash gonna be trying to talk him down, use the power of friendship and shit. It ain't gonna work.
I mean, they like to use the power of friendship as well, but
But
he
in Final
really likes
Fantasy,
to use.
they gotta whoop his ass first.
Yeah, yeah.
It ain't like, hey, we just gonna come here and talk like Giratina. Nah.
I mean, I don't want to say what all Ash can't do. I haven't been watching Pokemon. I haven't watched it in at least
Ash is
20
retired.
years.
Ash through. They got a new main character.
Yeah, he's retired, but he was not the same Ash that we knew at the end
Nah,
of his
the art was
yeah,
different too.
yeah.
Hmm.
Apparently he got some little powers
But he was
as
only 11
well.
years. He's only 11 years old at this point. All
True.
of the 30-year Pokemon journey that we've watched only took him a year and a half.
Mhm. It's crazy. But then so is Vivi. Vivi's like 3 or 4. The Black Mage. Oh, I'm thinking 9 again. Oh goodness. But yeah, Vivi was a Black Mage and he was like 3 or 4. Um,
Hmm.
all right, let me do one more that I was thinking of. Uh, so what I said was Mr. Freeze and Killmonger.
Why?
They are both not um motivated by evil. They think what they are doing is right and absolute.
But their methods are questionable.
True, true, true.
Okay. And are you thinking Killmonger from the Black Panther movie or the
Yes,
Killmonger
Killmonger from the Black Panther movie, not from the comic.
Hmm. I think I would have been more on board had you said Killmonger from the comics.
Really? Why is
Yeah.
that?
Because I've never been a fan of Killmonger from the Black Panther movie. Um, and I understand a lot of people were. A lot of people were
Mhm.
like, yeah, he's right. Um, and I think Killmonger represents like the entitlement of people today.
Mhm.
Just like oh like I should be like you should like if you have the resources, if you have the things or the power or whatever, you should be doing everything you can to help those who don't.
Mhm.
You
With great
know, and
power
it's
comes great responsibility.
sure, must
Mhm.
come,
Must come,
come,
must come. There also must
must
come. Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
There also must come. Doesn't
Mhm.
it's not inherent. Um, and in that particular case with the Black Panther, it's like Killmonger, we understand that you should have been here. This is you this should have been your home. You should have been raised in this place among the royalty with some decision-making power. However, that is not what happened. And even though that door is now open to you, you don't just get to come up in here and start swinging your rate around saying like you want to do this and you want to do that and this is how it should be. You don't
So,
know the first thing about this place.
so 2 things. I think that the biggest thing that they said in the movie of why they liked Killmonger is because Killmonger's biggest complaint was you saw all this happening to Black people around the world, and y'all
Mhm.
decided to do nothing. And
But
y'all have all this technology, all this equipment, this vibranium to help. And y'all can
mhm,
be a world power, as we saw it in that movie, and y'all
mhm.
did nothing.
Because and my answer to that is um the Black Panther is not the king of black people. He's the king of Wakanda.
Okay. Neither is America the king of Ukraine or
You're
um
absolutely right, and that is
Israel.
wrong as well.
Yeah.
Like at some point in America's history, they became like the world police force,
Hmm.
and that should have never happened. And now we don't have the resources to keep that up, and that's why we're in so much trouble right now. Personal opinion.
So
Um,
so why do you say you would prefer the comic book version of Killmonger over the movie version?
because I think the comic book, I don't know as much about the comic book version of Killmonger.
Okay.
But he's more of a classic villain, I think. He's like, hey, look, I'm in it for the art and the money. You know, for the I'm in it for the money.
Hmm.
So, you know, I can see, I'm more able to like make the mental leaps that it takes to see him team up with Mr. Freeze, because Mr. Freeze was like, "Hey, look, I need this thing to try to save my wife
Hmm.
again, and Killmonger, I'm hiring you to help."
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, I think that in the movie Killmonger would not be hired
He
by
wouldn't.
Freeze.
He wouldn't.
And so I think
He
this
wouldn't. He
would
would beat
have
him
to
up.
be, yeah, I think this would have
If
to be a team up.
I think if the movie Killmonger met Mr. Freeze, he would beat him up and try to steal his technology.
True, true. And Mr.
And
Freeze, I don't think that Mr. Freeze would be, I think that people,
now Mr. Freeze got to freeze Wakanda.
yeah, I think that people don't think about Mr. Freeze as an arc villain that he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they see him as silly and not a doctor of cryo engineering.
Thermodynamic.
Yeah, cryodynamics, cryoengineering, the human body. Like at this
Mm-hmm.
point, Dr. Freeze is like a doctor, a
Mm-hmm.
medical doctor. So I don't think that people I think people think that they could just take advantage of him and they can't. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that
You,
I think that if he met the movie version of Killmonger, I think that would be an amazing team up. They could do some dastardly things together. For the
I think so. I think they would definitely do some like crazy shit together, but I don't see why they would do it. You made me think of something funny when you was like, oh, he's like Dr. Freeze now, but his villain name is Mr. Freeze. So
yeah.
I wonder, so is he going around now being like, he's like supposed to be like, oh, it's Mr. Freeze. He's like, actually, it's Doctor now. I just got my doctorate. And would that cause a chain of events where it's like Mr. Freeze or Dr. Freeze realizes like, oh, they haven't been calling me my last name, which is Freeze, like Friese or something like that. They've been calling me Mr. Freeze because I do coach. I have cold power.
Am I a freezy pop to you? Am I the ice cream truck man to you? Like what? Wow.
Am I a joke to you?
Exactly. Am I a joke to you?
And now he's got to go on a tirade of villainy because
Yeah.
y'all been getting his name wrong. My
I don't
name is Dr. Price.
exactly. That's what his name is. Like I've been on the Justice League. I mean not the Justice
Yeah.
League, the Legion of Doom.
Mm-hmm. My name
Like
is Dr. Price. I thought Americans just had bad accents.
all right, DeMarcus, do you have any more?
No, I'm ready for a quick break and let's start on those questiones.
All right. We'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Hey Jared, I know we've talked a lot about Professor X. He comes up all the time, but what's like your main gripe with this man? Because I feel like he's done so much for the mutant community.
My main gripe changes with every new issue of X-Men. Professor X puts himself in all of these horrible situations, and now he is trying to take away the best age of the X-Men. But he has done stuff ever since his inception. And you know what, DeMarcus? I just wish that Professor X had somebody that he could talk to, basically.
I think he has plenty of jokes. He's in like everybody's head, but it sounds like his heart is always in the right place, even if his methods aren't. But I don't think I'm the person to have that conversation with him. I couldn't tell him like, hey, Professor X, you don't know what you're doing. Like, I know you mean well, but you're really fucking everything up.
Well, as a doctor of psychology, Professor X desperately needs to talk to somebody else who is in psychology to help him with his issues. And you know what? He needs to go straight to betterhelp.com/BGE pod to get a discount on a session. He needs to have somebody talk to him about his rape charges, his underage.
Wait a minute.
His underage girl admirations, putting everybody through that portal, abandoning his son, loving his other son in front of the son that he abandoned. Like, there's so many things that he needs to talk about somebody with, and he has nobody. Because nobody told him that he needs to be the head of this Krakoa. Nobody told him that he needs to be the head of that table. So he needs to talk to somebody
Right.
today. He needs to go
It
straight to
it
betterhelp.com/BGEpod now.
it does sound like he has this like savior complex, and that's definitely something that the folks at BetterHelp could help him with. If he goes to betterhelp.com/BGEpod, he will get 10% off, but I don't think he needs it. Isn't he like independently wealthy?
Now he has his grandfather's Nazi money, and that's how
Oh,
he is so wealthy.
so there's
Um,
probably some guilt in there he needs to work through too.
I mean, is it? Is it? Like, let's be for real.
The folks at BetterHelp will know better than
Yeah,
we
yeah, they'll know
do.
better than we do. But Professor asks if you can hear this. You need to go to betterhelp.com pretty soon because you're getting on my nerves. You're getting on everybody else's nerves. All right. So betterhelp.com/BGE pod to get 10% off. And do it now, please. Thank you. All right, everybody, we are back. And this is the time for the questions. Oh my God, I do not have a question. I have two questions usually this week, and I do not have two questions because I am not prepared for this episode. I
Mm.
only have a question from six brown chicks. That means, you guys, I need y'all to send in some questions to our email and all that other stuff that I'll mention at the end of this episode. DeMarcus, let's go ahead and go to six brown chicks. I do not have my question at
Let's
all
do it.
today. I'm not prepared. So, yeah. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is from six brown chicks, as I have said before. Here we go. First one, DeMarcus gets to choose. I'm going to read the first sentence of these questions, and we're going to see what he picks. So, my wife has a hair salon, and I help make hair videos for her social media. I have a baby bar, baby conceived. Oh, excuse me. I have a bar baby,
Mm.
baby conceived in the alley of a bar, and a cookout baby, baby conceived at a cookout. New relationship with Carlos. It has been intense and exciting. Which one?
What was the first one again?
My wife has a hair salon and I help make hair videos for her social media. Was the first one. You want me to say them all again?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
That was the first one. Second one, I have a bar baby, a baby conceived in the alley of a bar, and a cookout baby, baby conceived at a cookout.
Mm-hmm.
And third one, new relationship with Carlos. It was intense and exciting.
Mm. Let's go with the new baby. Intense and exciting.
Oh, the new relationship.
Oh, I thought it said new baby. My bad. Sorry for yawning, y'all.
New relationship with Carlos. I have a bar baby, and my wife has a hair salon.
New relationship with Carlos.
All right. Let's see. Take the bookmark off. Okay. All right. New relationship with Carlos. It has been intense and exciting. He wanted to be with me 3 to 4 times a week. He took me shopping for sexy heels. I didn't wear the heels at the time. Oh, I didn't wear heels at the time. He knew my friends, but I didn't meet his. After a month, he took me to Indianapolis to meet his sisters. He left me with these women who were obviously not related to him. One asked, "You're the new one?" Carlos returned hours later with food and drinks. We climbed into a huge, uncomfortable bed, and the other three women joined us. Things happened between all of us, and it was surreal. And it felt like the other women were performing, not enjoying. I was entangled with one of them when a man with a camera sneezed and fell out of the closet. I
This sounds
noticed,
made up.
I mean, you don't know. I
We don't know,
noticed,
but I'm just saying.
yeah, I noticed more cameras on the ceiling. Carlos was live streaming our bisex orgy. I was furious, but he said I couldn't do this or I could walk home in my new heels. Oh, but he said I could do this or I could walk home in my new heels. Later, Carlos drove me back home and again asked if I wanted to connect again. I do, but I don't want to live stream it. And I don't want the other woman involved. I want a relationship, but I feel like he just wants to create new content. I'm 36, Carlos is 24, and I'm new to this SHIT. Advice.
All right, I'm gonna run this back down.
All right.
So she met this dude, Carlos,
Mm-hmm.
oh, the OP. OP met this dude, Carlos,
Mm-hmm.
and she was feeling him. She's like, oh yeah, Carlos, I want to be my man, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Carlos introduces her to two other women,
4.
four other women.
And let me see. Um, to meet his sisters in Indianapolis.
They go on vacation to Indianapolis.
Oh, it doesn't say how many other women, but so it's probably like 2.
Yeah, like because it sounded like it was two later on in the story.
Mm-hmm.
But introduce her to these two other women, and then they all have.
Oh, wait. We climbed into a huge, uncomfortable bed, and the other 3 women joined us.
Oh wow, okay, three other women. But introduce her to three other women, and they all have like this orgy thing. And it's unexpected, but she's cool with that. But once she see the camera, she's like, "Oh no, I ain't trying to do all this."
Mm-hmm.
But Carlos been spending that bread.
Well, he got her some new shoes
I'm sure that ain't the
that she
first.
doesn't even wear.
She didn't wear at the time.
Yes.
At the time they were purchased, and
Mm-hmm.
from the sound of the rest of the story, she was wearing them when they had the orgy, whenever that was.
Okay.
Um. Okay. Um. She's uncomfortable with being filmed with the live stream, but she still want to fuck with Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
After he done told her, look, either you do this or you can walk home in those new heels. Baby girl, you gotta stand up.
Yeah.
You gotta stand up, baby. Because this man, I mean, you know what? I think we quick to demonize him, but this man was straight up about, well, when the shit hit the fan, he was straight up about what's going on and what he wants.
Well, not really. He wasn't straight up about the cameras or the other 3 women.
When the shit hit the fan, he was straight up.
Yeah.
He wasn't he wasn't proactive with this information at all. Like he didn't give her a chance to opt in. But what she was in, he was like, "Hey, look, this is what we doing." And so he's wrong for that.
Mm-hmm.
And now she got a decision to make. It's like either you want this, either you want because you know that's what it is now. And if you go back, that's what it's gonna be. He gonna keep spending the money. He gonna keep making you feel how he made you feel before. And the price for that is live streaming orgies with
What?
3 other girls. And I think I say this a lot. Like everything has a price, and then the price is not always money. And I think that's what always where people's heads jump first. It's like, oh, well, how I got to spend my money. It's like the price isn't always money. It's like a dude a dude buys you a free drink at the bar. The price is now he feels entitled to some of your time. Like now he's going to try to talk to you. Not maybe not he feels entitled. Let me not push that rhetoric, but like now he's going to try to talk to you. You've accepted his gift. He thinks he has a shot.
Mm. And that's not how it's supposed to be.
No, I mean I think that's how it should be. Everything has a price. I think and people should outrage like people should operate in that like this thing is going to come with a price.
Just because
I
you buy somebody a drink does not mean that you are entitled to somebody
I
else's
took that
time.
part back, Jared, but I knew you was going to be stuck on that. I took that part back. not entitled, but he's gonna try. He's gonna now think he has a shot with you, and he's gonna try to talk to you. And if you don't want that, you can walk away. And there's gonna be a price to that. Everything has a price. I used to say everything has a consequence. It's supposed to be like, oh, that's like a negative connotation. They make it seem like something bad's gonna happen. It's like, no, it's like everything, every action has a reaction. Like Isaac Newton saw it, everything has a price. And that's why you
Um,
need to be very careful about accepting these gifts out here. Because what I'm saying, you wanna live lavish, get new heels, go to fancy dinners. He want threesomes. Live stream.
so yes. I want to say don't change your answer for me. Just go ahead and be think what you want to think and how you really think.
You talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you.
Oh, I ain't changed my answer for you.
You just said that you changed your answer.
I said I knew you were gonna get stuck on that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say I changed it because of you, but I knew you was gonna get. I knew that's what you was gonna stick to.
Because that's not right. But about this woman and Carlos, the original poster, yes, I do agree with DeMarcus. You are gonna have to stand up one of these days with these people who you're with. You are 36 by now. I mean, you said you were 36. Being with a 24-year-old, he is gonna do stuff like this.
No, that's not. Because when I was 24, I wasn't doing stuff like that. That's not what 24-year-olds do. Just like at a base level.
DeMarcus, you don't make OnlyFans content.
Oh, but so he makes OnlyFans. Like she met this dude, and like I think I missed that part. This is his profession. He makes OnlyFans content.
I mean, they didn't say that, but like at the end of this, we found out that he was live streaming the sex.
Yeah,
And you don't do that though.
I
Unless you
don't.
do. Okay.
He's live streaming to OnlyFans. He could just be live streaming it to his like group chat. We don't know. So let's
I'm gonna stick to what I'm
work the
thinking.
information.
Um, and I'm going to say that, Gen Z as a whole is different from millennials
I
in how
agree.
they think.
I agree. So maybe you need to go. Maybe baby girl, what you need to go do is need to go find an older man closer to his. Instead of being 24, be 44, and he may not be as attractive as his 24 year old. He may not be as spry. He may not have as much energy and endurance. But he'll spend the same amount of money, and all he wants you to do is just suck on them raggedy balls.
And I will say this, even you are with an old person or a new person, what you don't need to do is you don't need to get so giddy and start falling for people just because they give you a gift. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't even wear heels, but these Payless shoe source heels were so enticing to
Let's not make
you.
assumptions. Let's not make assumptions. We don't know what
I
kind of
will
heels
make
they
a
were.
assumption they are from
Let's not
Payless.
let's not make assumptions.
I will make an assumption it's from
They were they
they're from
were they were
Payless.
red bottoms. They were Louboutins.
No, no, they are from Payless, the wholesale store.
They were Balenciagas.
All right. Spell Balenciaga. Um, but these heels that you don't even wear, so they were not adding to the value of your life, and they made you fall for this man, made you go into this
You don't know
hotel
what kind of
room.
value they added to her life. Apparently, they changed this. She changed his life. She changed her life. So now she wears heels. He done upgraded her, like Beyonce.
At 36,
Hey, it's never too late to change.
and you were so enamored by these heels. You went into this hotel room, saw three other women, and
Nah, she didn't see the three other women at first. First, she got comfortable. Then she thought of three other women.
you were able to talk to them, and then they said you're the new one.
Mm.
And then while y'all are having sex that you didn't want to engage in, not
Wait, wait,
only
wait, wait. She wanted the sex one-on-one. She was down for that.
she didn't want to sex with those three women.
She wasn't expecting it, but she didn't stop it once it was an option. She never complained about that in that bit you just read.
That
Her only complaint was the live stream.
that wasn't a complaint, but
She was surprised.
she did not want
She was
that.
surprised. She didn't know she was gonna
That
get it.
was a definite surprise.
It was a surprise. She didn't know she was gonna get it, but she did not stop it. She was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'm down to experiment. I didn't
She
expect this."
I don't think that she thought was cool.
If you making assumptions, I'm making assumptions. She thought it was cool. She was like,
But
"Oh, unexpected, but let's give it a shot."
no, this was not her voice. Her voice is like, I guess that this is okay, but this isn't something that I want to do. That's what she was
Nah, nah,
thinking. That's what she was
her
thinking.
voice was like, "I don't usually do this. I don't usually do this kind of thing, but y'all already here and y'all cute."
Okay, well, whatever her voice was saying, and her voice was saying, y'all are already touching me. It's kind of awkward to stop it now.
No,
So
no,
I
no, we
guess
passed her
that
voice.
it's
Either
okay.
we moving on
I
or
guess
we
that
finna
it's
reenact this whole thing.
I'm moving
Barry, finish
on.
your point. Finish your
I'm moving
point.
on. And then after that, you somebody sneezed in the closet. There was another human being
Somebody
in
sneeze.
this room, and you notice the room, and there are multiple cameras
How you
streaming.
not know it's the cameras beforehand? The cameras on the ceiling at least.
Yeah, I guess I mean, those three women were distracting her.
Touche, touche.
So,
That's how we know she liked it. She was distracted by them women.
or you're paying really close attention to what's going on in case you need to get out really fast.
Well,
So,
apparently she didn't need to get out.
so all this stuff, all of these red flags. I hope you're not still with this man because this man doesn't respect you for to not
Mm.
tell you this stuff beforehand,
Yeah,
to not
yeah.
let you know what was going on. This man didn't respect you. He didn't want you to be in the know. And that is extremely disrespectful. You don't need to be with him. You don't need to make this work. You need to do something for yourself.
You need to leave.
Exactly. You need to leave and you need to stand up just like how DeMarcus said. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say off rip you need to leave. Like it's definitely a bunch of red flags, and you definitely
Hmm.
should consider, ending or at least slowing down this relationship. Um,
Right.
but like consider the price. Consider the price that you will be paying for the things that you want. Is that a price that you are willing to pay?
Yeah.
Question for you to answer on your own.
All right, DeMarcus, do you want to do another one? Because we didn't have a question, or do you want to just end this
I feel like
episode?
that. I feel like yeah. I feel like this has been a good like hour 45. I think that's pretty good.
All right, y'all. Don't make me not be unprepared again for next week. Please send your questions into Black Geek Energy at gmail.com, or you can tweet us at BGE_pod, or you can send us an Instagram DM to Black Geek Energy,
Not
or
back, a lack.
exactly, capital B, or on TikTok at Black Geek Energy. We are
Not me.
also
Geek.
we are also
Big G,
on
not the little one.
we are also on Twitch at Black Geek Energy, and we are on YouTube at Black Geek Energy. So make sure that you leave us comments, you subscribe, you rate us 5 stars on what is that? Apple and Spotify and
Spotify, YouTube.
YouTube,
Or
all
give us
that
a like
stuff.
on YouTube, subscribe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't forget to send me those recs for Switch games.
Mhm.
Top of my list are I'm gonna try a Pokemon game. I'm gonna still get Breath of the Wild, but y'all know I'm cheap. Um
Marvel Ultimate
and
Alliance should be like less than $20 now.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I'll give it a shot if it's less than
Marvel
20.
Ultimate Alliance 3.
Three. I'll get that a shot. Yeah. And I'm probably gonna get Mario Kart Deluxe 8. I'll probably get that one too.
You're not gonna get Super Smash Brothers?
I'm not a big Smash guy. I'm not a big Smash guy. Yeah.
Weird.
I've tried to get into it a lot of times, and I'm just it's too much going on for me to like really enjoy that fighting game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, DeMarcus, this is the time.
For the final thoughts.
Do you have any?
Um, not I don't think this wasn't like a super deep episode. This was just like fun and games. We were thinking of ideal team ups, like folks that we like to see hang out together. Jared just want to see him fight, but I think this lends itself very well to the last conversation we had with Kevin Grievous. His whole thing was like, creating your own worlds and create your own characters. We as Black people need to like start telling our own stories. So even if some of the team ups you heard today or team ups that you have in your mind, you cannot. You might never see those happen. Like we might never see a Cloud and Anakin or Luke Skywalker team up. We might never see a Static Shock and Black Lightning, but you can create characters inspired by those guys and create your own universe where they get to tear shit up or put shit together or however you want it to go down.
I mean, we've seen Black Lightning and Static Shock in the same book before.
Not a proper team up.
No.
Not a proper team up.
All right, you guys, that was this episode. So join us next week for Black Geek Energy. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to our D&D episodes. We need to go ahead and make a commercial for that because I'm gonna keep forgetting. So subscribe to our D&D episodes so you can hear all the fun adventures. These are unedited. So you really hear everything that goes on behind the scenes. So yeah, we will.
Next week, Fair gonna be in town, so you'll see me and her side by side. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. BGE out.
Let me close all these live streams and stop the
What's happening, my fellow geeks out there? It's a new year. Welcome to 2024. New me, or the same you. However you want to play it this year. I am here to tell y'all that I am in a much better space mentally, and a lot of that is due to getting, I'm not going to say the help I need, but having someone to talk to objectively, like that third party who's just there to give you advice and not really trying to put their own judgment on you, and also like kind of helping you, think through some of your thoughts. Maybe you're an external processor, maybe not. But you can do all of these things with BetterHelp.com. So you can be in the same place I am. You can be in a better place than I am. You can improve the way you think and the way you approach situations just by having someone to talk to about it that is not there to judge you, that is available at the send of a text, that you can switch them out if it's not working. If they're not giving you the advice you need, you can just say, hey, BetterHelp, give me someone else, and they'll find you someone else to partner with. Tell you it's an amazing service. And if you tell them we sent you, you're going to get a discount. Because why would we tell you to go if we're not going to hook you up? So go to betterhelp.com/BGEpod and tell them DeMarcus sent you.